Welcome back to Dan's Messy Garage. This is going to be day 28 working on Project Betty, the 76 Mercury Monarch. Day 27 was another paint day. I painted it white, and now I'm looking for my imperfections that I always get, runs and sags. And a way to do that is take a light, put it against the surface on so it shines along it. And then if you move the light around, you can see your imperfections pop up, like the runs and sags right there. If I go down more, you can see some there. And you go all around the car checking it like that. They also show up when you sand it, but with white it's difficult. Overall, it came out nice. There's not a lot of trash in the paint. I just saw the reflection of a run or sag right there, right in the middle of the screen. And I've got them all over the car, of course. That's what I do. But I figured out why it happens. Yeah, I'm pounding on the paint too fast. But it's mainly because I can't see what I'm doing. See, I wear glasses. And when I put the paint mask on, my respirator, I can't have glasses under it because then it won't seal to my head. And you suck in paint fumes from the edge. I have a little magnifying lens in it that you would use for welding. I have that taped inside the lens of the respirator, but everything's not clear. That's like a reading lens. And my whole excuse for this is I just can't see what I'm doing. Plus, the lighting in here isn't optimum. And I don't have room that you need to. Let me set the camera down to illustrate this better. Am I making excuses? Well, no, I'm explaining what happens to me. Okay, so I can't see. I got the gun. And you're spraying. And you got to be able to see what you're doing. So you're spraying. And you have to stay a certain distance away. But there's times. Let's spin the camera over here real quick. I don't have that kind of room here. I don't have room to get back and, so you're spraying or I'm spraying like this, and end up getting too close at times and runs and sags. It's the way it is in here. I expect them, I get them, I sand them out. And that's what I'm going to be doing today. First, I'm going to uncover the car, and we can take a peek at it. Wait. Let's go for a walk. It's all untaped. It's all one color white now. Nice bright white. Nowhere near done. I have a lot of sanding to do. And some decisions still need to be made. Like I have to sand. This is a blend from the yesterday to previous days. I don't know if that's discoloration from tape, plastic, whatever. I'll have to see if that sands out. If it doesn't, then I'll have to get some more white paint and blend the quarter panel in. Got some nasty tape lines around here. Those should sand out. And I got some runs and sags along here, like a lot of them. But this is because limited space there. My back is up in here. And I'm kind of, got the back against here, holding the gun here, and I can't get far enough back to get a good sweep down there. Gun gets too close, runs and sags. I like the color. The bright white looks nice. I think it's going to look really nice once I sand it down and put clear on it. Trying to see what happened here. Looks like some white paint got under plastic, got on the glass. That's okay. It comes off easy with steel wool. Look at that. Betty is all one color finally. I got to quit walking around and around it and get some sandpaper out, see if I can sand the runs and sags. I'm going to have to pick a spot that's easy to work on, easy to fix if I mess it up, because I want to see if this is hard enough to sand. It might not be cured long enough to start sanding. I think I'm going to start back here. Reason being that I might have to be blending some more on this quarter panel anyways. So if I mess something up back here, I can correct it. And these runs down here, see, that's a small isolated area. That would be easy to redo if I have to. But I have to get to work. I jacked the car up, put it on jack stands, so now I can sit here, actually move the car over that way a little bit, give myself some room. 800 paper, some water, and I'm going to start sanding. I want to see if this comes off easy or if it starts gumming up. So far, the paper looks okay. It's a little ugly there. I'm going to leave it alone for now. I know the taillight's going to come in and cover some of that up, but I can take a paintbrush and come and touch that stuff up there. I'm going to try to run down at the bottom here. This should tell me if it's too soon to sand or not. Dry that off. I've got a little rubber squeegee that you use to dry stuff like this off. I'm going to grab that. I also got to put a light on and see a little better. See, this is a little rubber squeegee that's made for wet sanding because you can scrape the water off and it's dry instantly there. I'm using 800 because this is going to be a perfect texture for the clear coat. And I just want to sand enough to make the run disappear. And I'm thinking that's good enough. Got another one over here. Still see it? So I'm going to just continue to do this for hours and hours around the car. And get it all ready for the next step. So you settle back, relax, and I'm going to work. I resorted to getting a bucket of water, little Dawn dish soap, and I can just sit here and get really wet while I do this. There's no way around it. Need to get water on the door. Got to keep the sandpaper clear of grit and sandalate. What I'm doing now is what I like to call a highlight pass. This is just going to show me where there's issues. Okay, then I take my squeegee, get the water off. And I can see, I don't know if you can, zagotism right here. I got the light down there shining up on it. So I'm going to try get that out without going through the paint. That's the tricky part. See, just that little bit of sanding took care of that. Still has some here. Just have to keep stopping and checking. And as soon as it goes away, you push on to the next area, because you will go through. Then you'll have to get more paint out. And that adds another day onto the project where you can clear coat it. Okay, those are gone. No, they're not. I got one up here. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to have to get the small touch-up gun out, go around and spot paint some of these areas that are thin or rub through. So I'm just going to continue this for many more hours. What I'll do is I'll put some music on, which I can't do with YouTube with recording. I can definitely use music when I'm working, or I'll put an audiobook on. I'm a big fan of audiobooks. And I have hearing aids, and my phone will Bluetooth straight to the hearing aids. So I can download audiobooks onto my phone, and then they just play right in my head. It's a wonderful thing. I love audiobooks. Mainly fiction, murder mysteries, regular mysteries, good stories, series of books. Just something to keep my mind occupied as I do some monotonous things like sand a car and paint a car. I think you've seen enough. 6:30 p.m. I've been in here all day and I'm beat. I'll show you what I accomplished. I got the passenger side of Betty all sanded down. Got the runs, drips, and errors out of there. I did sand through in a few places. So what I'm going to be doing next is taking some white paint in my little touch-up gun and spray these areas where I rub through, getting those runs out of there. But I'm beat. It's been a long day. My fingers hurt, my elbow hurts, shoulder hurts. I'm just wore out. So thank you for watching day 28 of Dan's Messy Garage, working on Project Betty, the 76 Monarch. You have a good evening. Bye.